In this week's AMT-Standard Bank Fresh Produce Market Overview, we take a look at where prices might head over the next 3 months, with most vegetable prices likely to trend upwards, while most major fruits are likely to come under some pressure. We also take a look at the latest online market prices from Nile.ag, with high potato prices still obtained. All in this week's episode, so make sure to stay tuned. Hi, I'm Dr. Johnny van der Merwe and welcome to this week's AMT-Standard Bank Fresh Produce Market Outlook, all made possible by Standard Bank, Nile.ag, Halfway Toyota and Zematic Irrigation Systems. To make sure you get the latest information first, subscribe to AMT's YouTube channel or WhatsApp groups where we share additional information every week. All these links and information are also available on AMT's Facebook page. Starting with the latest economic news, the rand remained at the weaker level against the US dollar and now trades at 17.45 rand. South Africa's growth prospects have been adjusted downwards and it continues to put pressure on the exchange rate at the moment. The Brent crude oil price decreased over the past week, with the latest price at $80 per barrel. However, there is talk that China may come back to the market stronger than expected, potentially pushing up demand and oil prices over the short term. Potato prices increased by 19% last week, mostly due to higher demand on the markets, with the latest average national price on 57.63 rand per 10 kg. The average Class 1 potato price traded on 61.68 rand, while the average CIFRA price, accounting for about 47% of all potatoes on the markets at the moment, increased to 59.72 rand. The Class 1 large mondial price stayed on 75 rand per 10 kg on the Nile.ag platform. We are expecting lower potato prices over the next 2 weeks, mostly due to lower expected demand on the markets, but with that said, the price is likely to stay on a high level until April, with quality that can remain an issue over this period. As expected, tomato prices increased by 33% to 12.44 rand per kilogram, with the Class 1 price currently on 14.01 rand. Low demand can keep prices on a slightly lower level over the coming 2 weeks, but we are expecting higher prices in general until April of this year. However, keep in mind that weather will continue to play a crucial role in any price movements, and with high rainfall expected this week, we can see prices remaining extremely volatile. Carrot prices increased to levels last seen before Christmas and traded on 5.55 rand per kilogram. We are expecting higher prices over the coming week due to higher expected demand, while prices can continue to trend upward until April due to limited supplies over this period. The Class 1 carrot price increased to 5.89 rand, while Nile.ag's Class 1 price increased to 80 rand per 10 kg bag. Onion prices continued to decrease and traded 10% lower on 66.90 rand per 10 kg bag, with more white and brown onions coming out of the northern and western Cape at the moment. Quality also remains an issue due to constantly changing weather. The Class 1 price decreased to 73.56 rand, while Nile.ag's Class 1 large medium brown onion price stayed on 80 rand per 10 kg bag. The average brown onion price traded low on 68.78 rand, white onions traded on 64.77 rand, and red onions on 79.33 rand. In February, we're expecting prices to trade on a lower level, but from next month until approximately May, we may see prices trending upwards again. Looking at other vegetable prices, the latest cabbage price increased by 36% to 4.51 rand due to 20% lower volumes. Garlic prices decreased to 38.37 rand, spinach prices increased to 6 rand, while the sweet potato price decreased by 16% to 4.90 rand last week. Pepper prices increased by 24% to 14.35 rand, with green pepper prices increasing to 13.81 rand. Yellow peppers traded on 13.92 rand and red peppers on 13.63 rand per kilogram. The pumpkin price decreased to 2.64 rand per kilogram, which is now 8% lower than last week. This broadcast is made possible by Standard Bank, Nile.ag, Halfway Toyota and Zematic irrigation systems. Nile's online market makes it possible to order directly from South Africa's leading producers. Producers get the benefit of better price transparency, low commissions and faster payments. Learn more about Nile.ag on their website www.nile.ag. Also contact Andrew and his excellent team at Halfway Toyota Ottery for the best service and prices nationwide for the Toyota of your choice. In the fruit market, banana prices decreased to R6.65 with the average Class 1 price trading higher on R7.19. This decrease was mostly due to a 10% increase in volumes over the past week. On Nile.ag, the Class 1 large hand variety price stayed on R140 per 18 kg box. We are expecting prices to increase over the coming month due to lower expected volumes, but then start to decrease as the production season gets into full swing. Apple prices continue to move downward, decreasing by 3% to R8.75 with the Class 1 price on R9.40. We are expecting apple prices to continue to trend downward until July due to constantly increasing volumes on the market. The latest pear price increased by 8% to R7.86 per kilogram, but is likely to remain in a downward trend over the next 2 months at least due to higher expected volumes. Orange prices traded on R8.22 per kilogram and is likely to start decreasing from March onwards as the new season starts. The latest lemon price decreased to R5.63 last week. Avocado prices remained in a downward trend since the start of January, with the latest price 17% lower on R24.20 per kilogram. At the same time, the volumes delivered to the markets increased by approximately 56%, which resulted in pressure on the price. The Class 1 Avo price decreased to R32.66 last week. Looking forward, however, we are expecting prices to trend downward now and possibly stabilize around the R10 per kilogram mark at the start of March, where it can remain for a few months. High expected production levels can put severe pressure on the price and therefore profitability of citrus and avo farmers over the next few years. Table grape prices stayed on its lower level the past week, trading on R17.46. The latest pineapple price increased to R10.18, while blueberry prices increased to R144.44 per kilogram. Zematic is currently offering all our viewers an exclusive discount on all pivots delivered before the end of February. Something you certainly cannot miss, especially with the end of the financial year around the corner. Feel free to contact Tanya Brits on 082-853-0265 or your nearest dealer for more information about this promotion. This broadcast was made possible by Standard Bank, Nile.ag, Halfway Toyota and Zematic irrigation systems. I'm Dr. Johnny van der Merwe and thank you for watching.